Hello, curious minds and disillusioned frequent flyers. I'm Simon Griffon, and today we're diving nose first into the high-flying conspiracy they don't want you to know about. Aeroplanes, and how they accidentally prove the Earth is flat. Now I know what you're thinking. Simon, surely planes prove the Earth is round. Well, strap in, darling, because it's going to be a turbulent ride. Let's start with the basics. If the Earth was really a giant spinning spaceball, then pilots would need to constantly dip the nose of the aircraft to follow the curve, wouldn't they? But ask any pilot, and by any pilot, I mean Barry off Facebook who once flew in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2004, and they'll tell you, planes fly straight and level. Straight and level. Like a pancake. Like a pizza. Like a flat Earth. This, my friends, is the Flat Earth flight map. Now, on the globe, Australia is down here, and the UK is up here. But on the flat Earth, they're both just across. Which explains why flying from Sydney to London involves a suspicious number of stops in America. Why? Because they're hiding the true flight paths. You think you're flying over the Indian Ocean? Nope. You're just doing laps around the outer ice wall while they serve you overpriced mini muffins. And don't get me started on the jet stream. They say it's some kind of air current that helps planes move faster. But have you noticed how? Flights going east take less time than going west? Time zones, physics, no. It's just the plane sliding gently across the dinner plate of truth. Let me demonstrate. This is a toy plane. And this is a globe. If the plane flies straight like this, it should end up in space. But it doesn't. It stays level. Which means either gravity is an intelligent guiding force with excellent aviation skills, or we're flying over a flat surface. A Cam's razor. Folks, the simplest explanation is usually correct. Unless it's lizards. Now here's where it gets really suspicious. Flight paths in the southern hemisphere. Ever tried flying directly from Santiago, Chile to Johannesburg, South Africa, on a globe? It's a straight line, easy peasy. But try booking it. Go on. I'll wait. You can't. You'll be routed via Dubai, New York, and sometimes the moon for good measure. Why? Because if the Earth was flat, that'd make perfect sense. Still not convinced? Then riddle me this. Why don't the airline pilots just fly around the globe north to south? Why is there no regular flight over the so-called Antarctica? Because there's a giant wall of ice at the edge of the Earth, guarded by penguins with military clearance and a no-fly zone enforced by Santa Claus and NASA. Probably airplanes were meant to liberate us. But they're being used to keep us spinning in the dark, literally. Wake up, sheeple. Planes don't just fly in the sky, they fly in the face of globalist lies. So next time you're on a flight, ask to see the pilot. And see how far that gets you, not as far as your destination, I'll wager. And demand answers. And maybe a Werther's original. Yes, I know you're watching Nana. Until next time, keep your tray table up, your mind open. And remember, what goes up must totally prove the Earth is flat. I'm Simon Griffon, and this was Aeroplanes, Flat Earth's Accidental Confession. That's it for now. If your brain's still intact after all that, do the decent thing like subscribe and ring the bell. More facts, more nonsense, more factspiracy, coming soon.
Click subscribe and you get a Werther's original. Or 5. Don't click. And I'm switching over to tipping point. And you can sit there thinking about your choices.